I feel the spirit moving in me. I feel the spirit moving in me.
Beautiful. Wow, some years ago, I taught elementary school in Oakland, California, at a school called Toller Heights. It's in Oakland, in East Oakland, and it's a very dangerous area. On my way to school to teach every day, driving down the street to the school, I saw drug dealers, prostitutes, and just a lot of interesting people. Many of the first graders in my class came from households that were challenged with drugs, with violence, and with poverty. Almost every kid in my class knew somebody that was killed by a gun or that was in jail. Many of their people in their family were in jail. And I taught, I wish I had a picture of it to show you, but it's behind this main building. There was only 100 kids in this school. I was so blessed to be a part of this school that had kindergarten through fourth grade only. And on this playground in the back was a trailer. That the inside space of the trailer was about 15 by 20. And in that space, I had 16 kids. And the desks that the children had in that classroom were the ones that our parents had, right? That were totally made out of wood. And many of the sliders on the bottoms of the chairs and the desk were broken, right? So the chairs all wobbled like this and the desk wobbled. And you just gotta love the energy of first graders. And it was so interesting because I'd be teaching and they would be like, what, into it, right? And they would move their desks and their chairs towards me. So by the time I got to recess, these kids were right on top of me, right? So I figured out a solution. I took duct tape and I duct taped all of their desks together so that it made one huge conglomerate, right, with kids facing every way. And what it did was kept that energy from moving forward, so they were pushing in on this thing that I made, and it stayed relatively close to the center of the classroom. And then, in first grade, you use a lot of manipulatives to teach with. And I must have had thousands of manipulatives in the classroom. And when we taught math, there was a constant barrage of this stuff falling on the floor, right? It was like a waterfall. Oh, and I didn't tell you about the floor. The floor was plywood and thin, relatively thin, and so everything that hit the floor sounded like a drum, right? Oh, and by the way, there was no windows in this classroom. To get light in, I had to open the door, and it was so loud in there that sometimes I'd go into the bathroom. We did have a bathroom in this trailer, and I'd get toilet paper, and I would stick it in my ears, right? And if I wanted to have fun with it, I would pull it out like this, right? So it was sticking out of my ears like this far, just to give the kids a laugh, and which you can't imagine that I ever did. And so it was so noisy in that classroom, and I was like, what can I do? What can I do in my classroom to make it more conducive for the kids to learn? And it became my prayer, my intention became my prayer to discover a way that I could help to lower the volume in the classroom. And I have to say, first graders in a classroom with no insulation, and the first graders yell at each other all the time. That's how they communicated, right? And so the noise was just outrageous in there. It gets me exhausted just to think about it. I may have to take a break after all this because I'm getting all the bodily sensations, and I'm picturing you as first graders. But my prayer became, what can I do to create peace in my classroom? What can I do? And I contemplated this. I thought about this. I was mindful about this, and I had an idea. And my prayer led me to a mindful place where I came and asked my higher self, what can we do? And so I started talking to people about it and really putting it out there. This is my situation. And I came across I knew a man who taught breath work and meditation. And he said, why don't we teach your children how to meditate? And so we went out and we purchased carpet squares, right? And brought those to the classroom, pushed this huge desk thing that I had off to the side, right? And then we put the carpet squares on the floor, had the children lay on the carpet squares, and we put an elastic band around their waist, right? Just enough so they could feel it. And then we taught them to breathe into that elastic band, right? And we shut the lights off and had the door open, and we worked with them. We played some bowls, the singing bowls, and just had them relax. And we did this 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I got permission from the principal. I told her, this is what I want to do. And she was like, cool, go for it. We won't tell the city council or anybody, but you just go ahead and teach them how to meditate. And it's amazing that class changed, right? They got along better. They were quieter. They were more mindful. And I believe that classroom felt more safe. Other teachers asked me, what did you do? What did you do to your class? Right? It was even, an article was published, and it was in the paper even, about what we had did. And I believe that my prayer led to mindfulness, which led to meditation. So, many of us seek ways to have more peace in our life. Any of you? Many of us seek ways to have more focus, more clarity, more abundance, and more purpose. Don't we? Aren't those things that we all want to experience in our lives? So my talk today is titled, Unlocking the Door to Mindfulness with Prayer. And so, I believe that prayer is a gateway to mindfulness. That we can use prayer, that we can use mantras, that we can use affirmations to guide us to that place where we can be in a mindful space. And we all know that prayer is a powerful tool for transforming consciousness, right? If we take something into prayer that we want to shift in our lives, if we are persistent and consistent, it will happen. We will see a change in our lives. Prayer is a powerful way to transform our consciousness. And our consciousness is really about who we are, how we show up, right? How we are in the world, how we are in our own mind, how we are with our family and our friends. And I believe that this prayer that we're talking about today, to move us into a place of mindfulness, has to be conscious, it has to be purposeful, and it's one that we use our prayers and our thoughts with the anticipation of having a particular result. Right? The power of affirmations is that there's a result that we want to get from affirmations, right? And so we affirm that which we desire so that we can achieve that. So when we set the intention that we're going to be mindful and that we're looking for a purpose, we will get into that place where we find that wisdom, that desire, that power to be the best that we can be in our lives. And we can use both a prayer and a mantra to help us do that. Prayer is the gateway to mindfulness. So what is mindfulness? When we use the word mind and we capitalize it, what is it? When we say, yes, exactly, it's our divine mind. When we capitalize the word mind, just like we do God or just like we do spirit, we're talking about divine mind. We're talking about that essence of spirit that we have access to in our mind. So when I love the word mindfulness, and this came to me writing this talk, it's like, so when we are using affirmations, statements of truth and expectation and intention, and we get to this place of mindfulness, we're full of what? We're full of the mind of spirit. We are affirming that we are full of this God mind, of this spirit mind, of this truth mind, of this mindfulness that is the essence of who we are. So we become mindful. And so really what we're talking about today is how can we become mindful? So the purpose of this talk is to combine intentional, purposeful prayer with mindfulness so that we can experience peace, we can experience clarity, we can experience abundance, and we can discover our purpose. You know, in this story, I talked about my first grade class. And initially, my intention was to find a way to have peace in my classroom, right? And in the pursuit of that being my intention and what I focused on, I attracted this amazing man into my life who came into my classroom and taught these children this mindful meditation. And so this is really how we can manifest things in our life by setting our intention to experience a change, an intention to change our way of thinking, our way of being. So prayers set intentions for positive outcomes. Affirmations set intentions for positive outcomes. Mantras set intentions for positive outcomes. So the first thing that we can do to reap the results of combining prayer and meditation is to set intentions for positive outcomes in our life, to really decide what it is that we want to experience. And the second thing that we can do when we combine prayer and mindfulness is to be focused in the moment, to be more present. Don't you want to be more present in the moment? Don't you find that when you are more present, when you are right here, your mind, soul, and your body is focused right here, that you operate from a higher vibration, don't you? Oh, good. One person said, oh, yeah. How about you watching out there at Facebook? So how do we do that? Well, in this amazing book, How to Walk by Thich Nhat Hanh, he shows us the practice of walking meditation. And he emphasizes the importance of being present in the moment and offers us practical advice how we can do that. And he encourages us throughout his book to pay attention, to be aware of what's happening in your mind, in your body, in your spirit, to be aware of what you're thinking, what you're feeling, right? So that you are vibrantly alive and experiencing the fullness of life. So, focusing on a prayer or a mantra can help us reduce the mental clutter, you know this, and the distractions that pull us away and keep us from being mindful in the moment. So there's two mantras that he mentioned. There's a lot that he mentioned, but two of the ones that really come to my mind are, and when you're doing a walking meditation, and walking meditation is a great way to practice being present. He says to say, I have arrived. I have arrived. I have arrived. I am present. We have arrived at being present. I have arrived. It's affirming that I am present right now. And the one you may have heard the most is amazing. He says, as I walk, I kiss the earth with my feet. Can you feel that? To imagine to walk and to kiss the earth with your feet. Because it just brings you right here, right now, doesn't it? Even listening, can't you feel that? To be so present that you're kissing the earth with your feet. Wow. And if you take off your shoes, like I do every Sunday, with the purpose of kissing the earth, of being present in the moment, kissing the earth with your feet. He says, when we walk, we carry our peaceable presence with us. We offer it to the people we meet on the path, and we encourage them to do the same. Wow. And he says the most important thing is to remember that you're walking for the sake of walking. You're living for the sake of living. You're being present for the sake of being present. Thich Nhat Hanh reminds us that walking can be a source of healing, right? To be present in the moment. And so to just let everything go and to practice being right here, right now. So that wherever you are, you can allow yourself to be in that space of being totally present. When I walk, I carry my peaceful presence with me. I offer it to the people I meet on the path, encouraging them to do the same. Say that with me. And let's kind of, as you say it, look around and kind of say it to everybody in this room, yeah? Let's say it together. When I walk, I carry my peaceful presence with me. I offer it to people that I meet on the path, encouraging them to do the same. Wow. Can you imagine walking out of your house every day and saying, you know what, I'm going to carry that peaceful presence with me today. I'm going to share it with everyone that I meet, right? And be that example of a peaceful presence in the world. Breathe into that, to feel that. So, combining prayer and mindfulness helps to build resilience. Last week we talked about Nelson Mandela, and I love that so much. I had to bring him back into this talk again today. You remember he was in prison for 27 years. And while he was in prison, he relied on prayer and mindfulness. In fact, as it says in his book, he spent 2 or 3 hours every day in prayer and mindfulness. And it was part of what helped him to get through those 27 years. To just spend that time as meditation time, as time of being mindful and remembering the truth of who he is, and to be able to get through all of the hardships that he faced. He said, it says in his book, that he believes that this practice gave him the strength and the resilience to be in prison for 27 years. In his autobiography, Long Walk to Freedom, he writes, "I've walked that long road to freedom. I have tried not to falter. I've made missteps along the way. But I have discovered the secret after climbing a great hill. One only finds there are more hills to climb. I've taken a moment to rest, to steal a view of the glorious vista that surrounds me, to look back on the distance I have come. But I can only rest for a moment. For with freedom comes responsibility, and I dare not linger, for my walk is not ended." Wow. You know, this quote shows how Mandela used mindfulness to be focused on this long-term goal of achieving freedom for his people. Not only did he experience it for himself, but his intention, his vision was to share it with his people, with his country. He recognized that his journey is a difficult one, but by staying mindful and present, he had the strength to move forward. Mandela used to recite a poem by William Ernest Henley called Invictus. And he used it as a prayer when he was in prison to inspire others. The last stanza of the poem reads, "It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul." Wow. You are the captain of your soul. Wow, isn't that amazing? What an incredible responsibility you have. Right? And we all know, I really believe that's why we're here, isn't it? I believe that's the reason we're in these bodies, that we're spiritual beings having this physical experience, is to be here and to remind other people of the truth of who we are. To be a reminder of peacefulness, to remind people of love, to be present and to remind people that they're free. And they have a responsibility as part of that freedom. Oh, wow. And the fourth thing that combining prayer and meditation can do is to create abundance, right? Because we're tapping into that creative essence of who we are. The essence of that the spiritual beings that we are is creativeness. Right? We're really called to create an abundant world, a world filled with love, light, peace, and joy. I discovered Ariana Huffington a while back, and she uses a prayer, and she uses prayer and mindfulness to create abundance. You might remember that Ariana Huffington founded the Huffington Post, and she's the author of a book titled Thrive, the third metric to redefining success and creating a life of well-being, wisdom, and wonder. It's a great book. I listened to it. It's available, as an audio version. It's really a beautiful book. I could just sit and listen to her talk all day. And she really emphasized the idea of the importance of taking breaks and disconnecting from technology. I know. Our phones. She says, we need to disconnect from technology and reconnect with ourselves. When we do that, we tap into our wisdom and our creativity, and we can create abundance. We can create the abundance we want in our lives. In Thrive, Ariana comes up with this affirmation. She says, I am abundant. I have everything I need, and more is on the way. Say it with me. I am abundant. I have everything I need, and more is on the way. Wow, isn't that great? We know we are manifestors and womanifestors, right? We have the ability to tap into that place within us where we can create and create abundance. And that begins by knowing that we have everything we need. You have everything you need. And everything you may want is on the way. It's on the way because you can create it. So to tie it all up today, prayer sets the intention for a positive outcome and is the gateway to mindfulness. Mindfulness connects us to our higher power and opens us to guidance and inspiration. And that guidance and inspiration we receive will guide us to greater peace, clarity, abundance, and purpose. So let's say this affirmation together. Together, through prayer, I cultivate mindfulness and experience a deeper connection with myself and the world around me. So Robin, come up and take us into this amazing place of prayer and mindfulness.
Okay. Please sing with me. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I
invite you to close your eyes and let your heart go deeper. Let your love go deeper into your soul. Breathing in, breathing out. Let your prayer be the gateway to experiencing the mind of God. As you breathe in and hold the intention to hold the remembrance of who you are. Breathing in and breathing out. And know that in this place of spirit, in this place of divine mind, you are connected with the soul of all life. You are one with the presence of Spirit, of God, of truth, of love. And in this place, all you are is right here. This is who you are. And from this place, you are a vehicle of peace. And that you carry this gift of peace into the world, into your family and your friends. You share this gift as you walk along the path of life. And you experience focus. You are a focus of truth. Your thoughts, your words, and your actions are one with Spirit. And from this place of mindfulness, the universe opens to you with abundance. And in this place, you experience love and wisdom and power and truth. You tap into your creative ability to create, to inspire. And in this place of mindfulness, you live on purpose. You don't have to make it happen, because you are your purpose. The essence of who you are is your purpose. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's take just a moment or two to rest in this delightful place of mindfulness.
When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper. My soul go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper. My soul go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray.
Breathing in and breathing out. And begin to allow your breath to bring you back to this moment. And to behold the love that you are as you go forward of one mind with the presence of Spirit, of God, of truth, and of love. And I invite you to open your eyes when you're ready. Well, at this time, I invite you to prepare your love offerings and your tithes and your gifts to Unity on Maui. And, I sincerely hope that what we do here impacts your life. Does it impact anybody's life? Anybody use the stuff that we talk about on Sunday? 3, 4 of you. Unity is practical spirituality. And I love that because the very basis of everything we do is looking at how can we connect with Spirit. What are some practical things that we can do to be present, right? Like prayer and mindfulness, tools that we can use to help us to connect with Spirit and live the fullest that we can live, right? Yes. Don't slap yourself on the face. That wasn't a good example. Right. Especially if you have a microphone on that side of your face, right? So as you prepare your gifts today, I invite you to consider what you get from Unity on Maui and how it touches your life, and even in a larger way, how being committed to principles of truth and being the best that you can be affects your life. So I hope that you'll give to us today from that place, appreciating who you are and what we give. So thank you for your gifts of this green energy that's moving through us that has the ability to help us to create what we do on Sunday morning. So thank you for that, and thank you for all of the people who help us to do what we do. There's so many of you who are sitting here today, and so many others at home on their couches who help us in miraculous ways. So why don't you hold your gift and to unfold it in love and to see it as the energy of creativity and life and spirit that's moving through Unity on Maui. And as we hold our gifts, let's pray and affirm our prayer for prosperity, which begins, let's say it together. Through a grateful, giving heart, my mind and life overflow with the abundance of God's all-providing, infinite supply. And so it is. Namaste. I know. Oh, thank you, loving Spirit, for these gifts that have come to us in love. We give thanks for them. We hold them. We bless them. And we affirm that they're moving through this ministry out into the world. And we behold a world filled with love, light, with peace, and with joy. Amen. And so it is. Thank you. All right, just a few announcements today. Let's see. Today's flowers, dun, da, 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 are, yes, we were at the Sunflower Festival yesterday. Anybody else there? Just you and me? Oh, you guys missed it. You missed it. It was just an amazing, beautiful day to be in the sunflower field, right? There are 35,000 sunflowers in an acre, right? And it seems to me there's like 30 acres of sunflowers that they're raising out there. My numbers may not be exactly right, but it was huge, and just some phenomenal music, and a big, beautiful tent where everything happened, so we got to sit in the shade. We were there from 11 until 5 and saw 5 or 6 different bands, Marty Dread, Soul Kitchen, oh my gosh, and so much. And the food that they sold there went to, or was from sustainable, organic places that produce this food on Maui. It was unbelievable. Put it on your calendar for next year. You have to do it. It was just so great to be there on this amazing, beautiful day, and just to be out there and with all these wonderful people that are working to create a more sustainable Maui. Wow. Oh, just amazing. Oh, all that is to say that we got these beautiful sunflowers there yesterday, and Emily had the brilliant idea to say, let's get some and take them to Unity tomorrow. So here they are. Besides doing an amazing job of running our video camera, Emily has a great idea generator. Let's see, what else we got here? Oh, and if you want to sign up to bring flowers in the future, there's a sign-up sheet on the back table. And if you put your name down, the date that you want to bring flowers, and why, we'll have your amazing flowers up here live on the platform on Sunday, and we'll also celebrate with you whatever it is you want to celebrate. And, our church needs cleaning. And so we're going to do a spring cleaning on Sunday, May 7th, from 12 to 2 p.m. And it'd be great if we had a nice crew of people. We want to wash the windows, we want to clean the window seals and the trim around the bottom of the church, and just do a general cleaning. So we'd love to have you come and help us, and to bring mops and sprays and everything you need to help us do that, because we don't have a huge supply here. So please come and help us. It'll be fun and a bonding experience to help to make our church cleaner. And Mike Fleenor planned social activities for us. As far as I know, doesn't have a next activity. There was a hike yesterday, and I was going to ask Mike if everybody came back from the hike. But he's not here, so. But he takes us to amazing places in Maui that a lot of times we haven't seen. So thank you, Mike, for doing that. Also, Kealoha is doing a workshop on weaving palm fronds. And it was up here for a couple of weeks. Maybe you saw this amazing thing. Oh, she's going to get it. And what she created is so amazing. Now, this is a couple weeks old, so yours not going to look like this, but isn't that incredible? So she's going to be doing that this class. She's offering it as a class on Saturday, April 29th from 2 to 4 p.m. And it's for love offering basis. So come and do you need fronds too?
If you can cut some areca palm fronds, that's helpful, but it's not necessary because they're easy to get.
Okay, great. So bring some if you have access to some. Otherwise, just show up, and that's just the most amazing thing, I think. All right. Oh, and Al Cantoro is going to tell us about a concert happening today. He's counting, I guess. Oh, you're hiding from me. Okay, Al.
Am I on? Okay. I want to invite you to our spring concert. It's today at St. Anthony Church in Wailuku. It's the Maui Choral Arts Association spring concert, and the theme is basically Earth Day. And we're singing a lot of songs on the earth. And we're also joined by a 40-singer group from Seabury Hall. So aside from the old folks like me, you'll get a bunch of young voices as well. And I've heard them, and they sound phenomenal. So if you can make it, tickets will be sold at the door, and it starts at 2 o'clock at St. Anthony Church.
How much is it?
Oh, it's $35 for adults and $20 for students.
Fabulous. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you give us a sample of what we're going to hear?
No, you got to come.
You know, I'm always trying to get Al to give us he has such an amazing voice. And I'm always trying to get him to give us something for free. But I haven't had any luck with it yet. But it's not going to stop me from trying, Al. All right. Next week, my talk is titled Impermanence, the Key to Living a Fulfilling Life. What do you think about impermanence? Yeah? A lot of... It's not going to last. The truth of it is going to last, but there's a part of us that wants to hang on to everything. Have you noticed? Want to hang on to our youth, want to hang on to our money, want to hang on to our relationship, want to hang on to all the stuff we hang on to, right? So next week we're going to look at how can we look at impermanence in a way that really feeds us spiritually. And we're going to talk about some practical ways that we can change our thinking about it so that we see impermanence as a gift to us and our lives. So join us next week right here at 10 o'clock. And if you enjoyed my talk today, I do this thing I call Walk Your Talk. It's a summary of everything I talked about today. And there's some available on the table in the back. It looks just like this on green paper. So help yourself. And let's put these practical spiritual processes into work, right? Or to work. All right, then. I think that's it.
That's it.
Yes?
All right.
Why don't we stand? And we'll pray the prayer for protection, and then we'll join hands and sing together the peace song. So let's begin by praying the prayer for protection together, which begins, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us wherever we are. God bless you, friends. Thank you for being here today. Bless you out in Facebook land.
Where I live, they're all raised.